Problems. All right, so let's see if I can stay in here now. All right. And for some reason, this thing is real unfriendly to my chat sessions. So, the people new to the program, this is Greg Allison, Green Greg's Garden and Worm Farm, with our Woken Wednesday at 9. Let's see, so that's Friday. All right, so for those that are uninitiated to what this is all about, if you're new to the channel, you're new to my live sessions, if you're logging in later and viewing this, this is just a chance for us to be a community, be a family, to have a open format session for us to get in here and chat with each other, to build community, because a lot of people are just locked in, locked down, and if it's not for the bug running around, it's the people burning the town. Yeah, we're in a perilous time right now. So let's see what people are saying here. Join Dancing Gypsy. Hiya, Greg. Hi. And Kenneth Lee is hello. And Comet Moon is waving. Sally Min Cox. Hello, my friend. And Sally Min Cox is not far from here. She's over in Grant. That's really close. There's a really big cavern over in Grant, for those that know. Hello, Shannon. How you doing? Good to see you. Got buffering. Okay. I don't see the buffering on my end. All right, it's buffering on my end too. Hey, I got it on Wi-Fi. As you know, I'm sitting right next to my router. So close I should be wearing my tinfoil hat, but it's not close to me. I'm going to have to go get it. Susie, happy to see you, Susie. How you doing? And when did we get the Ozarks tribes? All right, so we're still collecting information there, Susie. We'll be working that. Definitely the Ozarks is going to be a good area. That's Fresh Red says, how I miss the Ozarks, except the heat. I didn't heat midget. We're at Sass Fresh Red now. So now it's flat land, corn, and beans, chiggers, ticks, and buffalo nets. So where are you at, Sass Fresh Red? Up in the Midwest? Iowa somewhere? Not going to make it all the way through. Just checking in. Okay. Well, let's see. We got 52 people in here right now. I guess that's pretty good considering so many people are watching the news. And Jason Aver says, I vote for the need for a 36-hour day. Man, I could use one of them, Jason. There's just not enough weeks in the day. I tell you, not enough days in the hour. Mr. Farian, how you doing, my friend? And let's see, what else we got here? The gun have designed components type vertical. I don't know what you're talking about there, the gun. Component type vertical. Is this a gun? And North Carolina, hello, says pick one. What are we picking? John Carroll, howdy. All right, so so I try to read as many comments as I can. Sometimes I'm busy doing a lot of talking, but not in the last few sessions we've been more focused on going through the notes and what people are saying and just having a chat. That's what this is really. People in a room have chats with each other. You can chat with me and back and forth. We're a community here, and that's what we're doing. We're being a family. If you're new to the channel, this is what we're doing in this session, is we're just having a chat, a big family meeting here. And we'll talk about some subjects. There'll definitely be some stuff coming what's going on. Yeah, the usual YouTube shenanigans. No kidding, Sue. Comet Moon, face palm. Aw. And John Carroll says, hello from Northeast Nevada. Cool. And hello from Tennessee. Jason Cassie says, in the sticks. The best place to be, in the sticks. All right. And Ken Ruffian. Oh, hi, Ken. And Marie, hi, guys. Shannon, y'all thumbs up. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we can do some thumbs up here. We got 55 people on 27 thumbs up. Lisa Hopkins. Hello, Greg. Hello, Survive Tribe. Hope all is well. Yeah, we're working on it. And Country Homestead Preacher. Hi, Greg. Pray for the poor family who lost the police officer in Moody, Alabama. What happened there? Did he fall to the riots or what happened? Country Homestead Preacher. So in Moody, Alabama, there was a police officer lost. Okay, that don't surprise me. There's so much craziness going on right now. Tube, you kicked me from the stream. Well, that don't surprise me. Yeah, there's a lot of buffering, a lot of things going on. They kind of, they don't like it when we're in here talking amongst ourselves, and they're afraid we might figure something out. They're afraid we might form a community or something. Good evening, Greg, and everyone, says Granny. 4751. All right. And Melissa Church did the same to me, Comet Moon. Yeah. Well, it's knocked me out 3 or 4 times off the band here. Seem to be stable for the moment, but I better cross my fingers and knock on wood. Shot and killed last night. Was this as part of the protest country homestead preacher? Shot and killed last night. And you said Moody, Alabama? Oh my gosh. All right, we definitely got a family to pray for here. I didn't hear about the Moody. And Sally Man Cox says, I didn't hear about Moody either. Yeah, here we are in Alabama and we're not hearing this. Is the news kind of down low about this? Yeah. And Shannon Tutu says 222 is how angels. Boy, Greg says Cobain Chronic. Well, I don't do drugs. I do every now and then smoke a cigar driving around. I've got a couple of pipes I smoke regular tobacco in. King Ruffian, great descendant of Edmund Ruffian. Depends on how one looks at the fact. And then Kerbin Chronic says, my worm bin's doing great thanks to your tip on Dolomite. Well, I'm glad that's working out for you. Yes. I try to give people real tips, real hints, and things. And I see so many YouTube videos that are just bogus. They're so bogus. They show putting worms. Light's coming. I'm going to turn around and miss that light. That's right over my head. They show so many bogus things about worm bins that if you did what they said, your worms would absolutely die. So I know Diamond would die to have this one. We need a peace pipe, I think. So I got a peace pipe. Check that out. I made that when I was 14. And I was on two kind of things that's been smoked in. It was rabbit tobacco and regular tobacco. Mainly whiskey boke on riff. And it's been a long time since I've smoked that pipe, by the way. Nothing illegal. There's no illegal residues in it. Moody Police Sergeant killed in shooting at Super 8 Motel. Oh, okay. So there's a link, alabama.com. Yeah. Okay. Was this part of the riots, Marie, and Country Preacher, or is this something else? What was that over? Rest and Greg, can you stream from PC to YT on Chrome? No, not without special software. I have to have some special software to do that. I'm told that the professional Zoom, that's what Rex used to use, but he's having problems with it now. He can't do it. I will get some software and I'll do that, but I just haven't done it yet. It's just one of those get around to it. Yeah, I do plan to do that. Jason, oh dear, there's another one. Too many people getting killed needlessly these days. Amen to that. Two wrongs don't make a right. And I've said that in my other video. I posted. So here's something to share with y'all. Straight and things like this. He said he's funded a lot of these groups in the past. And so one would suspect that might be the case today. But I did not say definitively that he did it. And even the picture, the thumbnail picture with his picture, had a question mark on his forehead, a question mark. I was absolutely asking a question. So I said, who's behind this? And I said in that video, I said, look, the ability of the NSA to track communications, they would absolutely know who's behind it. So Wendy says, wow, long pipe. Oh, I had two longer pipes now. I used to have a couple of hung in gun racks. So what's happening? All right, what's happening here? A million wrongs don't make them happy. Well, yeah, well, let's talk about that in a minute. But what I did in that video is I asked who did the wrongs, who was behind orchestrating. The peaceful protest, everybody has a right to peacefully protest. We have a right of assembly. It comes with our Constitution. And I did a video specifically on the Constitution. And there was like 3 other videos that I did where I talked about the Constitution. Several. So this has been a topic. Here we are. It's been a topic on my channel, is the Constitution and your rights. And I talked about this last night on 420 Freedomist TV with Ransom. And I've talked about it also with Diamond on Oppenheimer Ranch Project. We do have rights. We do have constitutional freedoms, and they're very significant. And that does include the right of assembly. But that assembly should be peaceful. You do not have the right to write and destroy other people's property, to kill people, to cause injury and mayhem. And the freedom of speech does not extend to yelling fire in a crowded theater because it causes people to get hurt. I mean, we have responsibilities that go with our rights. I've always said that. And let's see, Shanna says, and I'm not high. That's a song, right? Like Rocket Man? I believe It's song Rocket Man to me. Oops, Adam. So, but here's the funny thing. In that video, I went out of my way to say, as I've always done on my channel. I mean, if you follow me, you know I've always said that we're all the same inside. And I've said these people have legitimate concerns, that they have the perception and feeling, in the people of color, that they are profiled, picked on, overly arrested, and killed. And whether or not that's the case, they have that perception. And, you know, it might be that there are more white people killed by cops, but then the black people are a smaller percentage of the population. Therefore, proportionally, there are more of them getting killed. So, right or wrong, this is what they think and what they, you know, and perception matters. And perception is reality to most people because you perceive the world. That is your reality, whatever you perceive. So, I can understand them being concerned. I can understand them wanting to take address. You know, they need to take this to City Hall and the courts and the politicians and how they vote. And peaceful protests are definitely in order. Now, this may, you know, a lot of us think a lot of this is orchestrated. Maybe even the whole thing was set up. One of my channel followers, a loyal follower of my channel, is a black lady. She was scared. She had a concern that this whole thing was set up from the get-go as a ploy to get, in the midst of this pandemic, to get a lot of minority people and people of color together in tight spaces and protesting in the cities to rapidly spread the bug, thinking it would really take them out and decimate the population. Now, that's a scary thought. She might come in here tonight. She's a sweet lady. So maybe she'll come in here tonight. I'll let her speak up for herself if she comes in here. I'm not going to name her unless she desires to be named and bring it up in here tonight. She can. She's free to. That could be a problem. Let's see. What's the gun say? Ben helping single parents against fraudulent child support orders. Okay, interesting. So yeah, there's all kind of things going on in the news. Rebel Rose, hi Greg and all in chat. Hi Rebel Rose. Carlita Edwards. What did Carlita Edwards say? Let me go back to Carlita Edwards. I believe in peaceful protest. Me too. March with Martin Luther King Jr. Wow, as a child. Let's see, as a child, still on that committee. This looting doesn't honor Floyd. That's right, exactly. They're criminals that need Christ. Carlita, you are exactly right. Hats off to you, girl. You marched with Martin Luther King. That's amazing. Martin Luther King, a lot of people don't appreciate him. Martin Luther King was saying we need peaceful protest. He looked at Gandhi and saw how Gandhi took India from the British with peaceful protest. And he had a brilliant inspiration in that, a brilliant epiphany, and it averted a race war in the 1960s. You know, we need Martin Luther King today. So a lot of people, I know people, some people say, why don't we have a Martin Luther King Day? Well, that's why. He prevented a race war. Martin Luther King advanced the cause for colored people. And he did so in a peaceful manner. And that's an example that we should all learn from. And another thing that I pointed out, what I pointed out in that video that I was talking about was that we're all the same inside, that people have reason for grievance, and they have the right to peaceful protest, that the riots that were uncalled for, and they do have strong appearances of being coordinated. Right now I'm sending out 400 cities. 400 cities right now. They're in Huntsville, Alabama right now. But Huntsville, Alabama, they don't put up a lot of stuff. They're hitting them with tear gas, and they're moving the crowd out of downtown, and they went to Big Spring Park, and they're moving them out of there presently. I was just checking it before I come online here. So, but what I said in my video was that what we ought to do is reach out across the aisle to show love to people across the aisle and the other races and creeds. That we need to diffuse this because our country can't stand this. Our country does not need to be torn apart. There's no winners in a civil war. There's no winners in a race war. Everybody loses, and these kids think they're going to be winners. They think when it all comes out and said and done that they're going to get what they call it, that check, get the living wage, and they'll be able to sit on the couch for the rest of their lives and play video games and never have to do anything. They think everybody will be able to do that, and society will somehow stay intact. No, that is not going to work. And then go to Venezuela and see how this stuff works. Cody. Hello, Greg. Just stopped to say hi. I would have get up early to work. God bless you, Greg, and Ren. Well, thank you, Cody. Good to see you. Thank you for the blessings. And Jason Avers. Martin Luther was very careful to ensure that everyone involved uh, in his marches were nonviolent. If there were any wrong being done, it would not be from them. Exactly, Jason. Yeah, that's what I say. Hats off to him. Hats off to him. Hats off to Martin Luther King. Absolutely. The race war is just as real as COVID-19. COVID-19 is real. Now, the reaction to it has been over the top. So just in case some of you don't know, my brother died from this. So Sally Mancox, I was planning on going to Huntsville tonight, but ate and slept, fell asleep from 5 hours. Well, good for you. I was only slept for 3 hours last night. So Woden is woozy. Weary Woden is waxes woozy and weary. So let's see here. Refreshing time, Comment Moon says. Interesting terminology. So what I was getting at is in that video, I did make the case for reaching out peacefully, to reach out across the aisle to try to promote peace, for people to go out and do good. I always do that in my videos. I always do that. And I always try to explain that everybody's human on the inside. I've always done that. And I have never wanted to try to push for conflict and violence. I'm against it. But I am for our liberty and defense of our rights. Yeah, I am for that. But I think we can do a lot peacefully, and we need to do everything we can peacefully to ensure that we all have freedoms and rights. Everybody of every color should have an equal opportunity, should have equal rights. I believe that firmly. And I believe we need to treat everyone fairly. And I believe we need to reach across the aisles and to show love, because a lot of people are feeling jaded, but there's fear on both sides. And people do feel jaded. They're scared. And a lot of what people are coming out from is the emotion of being scared. I'm talking about the peaceful protesters. Unfortunately, the peaceful protesters are being followed up by people being bussed in. And I've heard too many stories already of buses being seen. And there were buses and cars in Huntsville today, from what I've heard, at the medical complex. We've got a little medical mall here in town. And I saw that they were there like that. So, Adam Patch, don't pick up that brick, yo. There you go. Don't pick the brick up. Exactly. But moreover, we need to be peaceful ourselves as much as we can, lead by example, and show love. And I said that in that video. Now, so I posted this video on a homesteading channel, which I'm off to post on because the people, admins that set that channel up, really like my channel. They like my videos. But a whole lot of the people on that channel, it's like got 60 some odd thousand members. Oh, they got like a fight with each other. And a lot of them are asking me to take it down. It's not scuff this channel. I go, well, look, this channel is about homesteading and survival, off-grid survival. It's like, wait, you need to know what's going on. You need to understand it. And I was talking about what was going on and telling people they really need to prep, but most of all, we need to make peace. We got to reach across the aisle. And so what if I was asking about who did it? And I was saying, hey, whoever did it, they need to figure it out and bring them to justice. I don't care who it is, and I stand by that. But the crowd on that channel came unglued. I mean, they were sniping at each other and sniping at me. Most of the people responding to the video gave it a thumbs up, but there were some people got in there and they were having fits. And a couple of them, I actually went in there and says, okay, really, did you watch my video? Because in the end, I really tell people to reach out in love. And a couple said, well, no, I didn't watch it. I was just going by the comments I saw it. Yeah, just what I thought. See, a lot of people, they will see a picture, and they'll make snap judgment, and that's exactly what's happening. They're making a snap judgment from a thumbnail picture. Oh, this is a MAGA video. This is Fox News. This is a political video. It wasn't political. It was none of that. But eventually the admins took it down, probably because it was just causing so much consternation that amongst the crowd there. But that told me something. I was really shocked at how much division there was, how widespread it was, how divided the people were in a homesteading channel. That surprised me. Uh, and and they really made snap judgments. They didn't understand where I was trying to come from. That absolutely is part of to me. I'm a homesteader. I mean, this is why I homestead, for Pete's sake, is because I know we've got situations coming up. We've got to prepare today is to survive because society is going to come unglued, and we've just got to be ready for it. To grow your own food, and there's why. YT Throttle Greg's bandwidth. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say, Marie. It's one of the Facebook groups, is what it was. I'm sorry. It's a Facebook group, a big Facebook homesteading group. The admins are great people, but the people in the channel just kind of came unglued and were really sniping and fighting each other. And I went in and to tell in some of these comments where there people were sniping each other. I said, guys, make peace. That was not the intent of this video. I said, and I'm trying to get people to reach across the aisle, and they were sniping at each other. And it was like, oh my gosh. So what that tells me is just the degree. I've done videos before at Powder Keg USA. I was talking about how raw nerves were, and I was looking at it from other dimensions and other aspects of politics and divisions we have in our society. But this one is raw. I don't think it's the biggest division. I think there are other bigger divisions, but this one has got a lot of raw, jaded nerves. A lot. And that you would see it all within one group like that, was kind of surprising to me. Maybe I shouldn't have been surprised. And I can understand people having a different perspective, absolutely. And I respect that. And I did send comments. So if the admin asked me to take it down, I'll take it down. But I left it up because it was kind of showing people the division they had amongst themselves. And I was in there commenting, like, guys, don't do this. But, it happened anyway. So I find that interesting. I mean, okay, so I've been talking. It's hard for me to follow. What do y'all think? I don't care what color you are. You can be pink, purple, blue, polka dotted, black, white, green. I'm green, by the way. I'm green. So I got a green hat, got a green shirt. I'm green. Like Kermit said, it's not easy being green. So let me see what kind of comments we have. Let's manifest a positive outcome. Yes, John. I'm buffering so much. He says the sad thing though that whenever one person murders another, the first thing some people think about is the differences in ethnicity of the victim and the predator. Yeah, that is sad. That is sad. There's so many sad things right now. Pound face palm just refreshed, and it's clicking. It's doing it again. Oh my gosh, sorry to hear that. Comment moon. And me, I'm tired of hearing the people say, if you don't speak out about racism, you're racist. Well, yeah, that's going too far. That's going a bit far. Rastafarian, civil disobedience. Just say, I'm not playing this game. Okay, very good. So for this system, you are trained to be judgment on differences. Yeah, and that's bad. That's bad. We need to really reach out to each other. Hey, look, I've got a black daughter. I have a daughter who is black, and she sympathizes with the people protesting. She probably don't sympathize. I'm sure she don't sympathize with rioters, but uh, let's see, Melissa Church comment it keeps doing it on me. Yeah, guys, YT does it to all these surf channels. Look at Prepper Nurse One. He's got a big channel and he's hardwired in and does it from his computer, and he has totally restarted his sessions. I mean, he is not completely out. And so you'll see on his channel he's got take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4 constantly. He don't really cover too much content. He don't go that far out. He's very mild in what he says, generally speaking. I mean, sometimes he says some things that upset a few people, but that's easily to do. That's easy to do. If you say almost anything, you'll upset someone. It seems. We just need to all try to start figuring out how to get along. Diane says, Melissa, I've been having problems with YouTube all day, but well, also the service may be over. Everybody's working from home, and everybody's watching the news or coordinating what they're doing, running around, right? Rebel Rose, I've gotten kicked off. Well, we're all getting kicked off. No medic men. I'm the only one. To you. Been a hole. Yeah, I got you. And Daniel Lancaster. Oh, I've just been too late. Is it over? No, we're not over. I'm just going through the notes here, trying to figure out what everybody's saying, because I've been kind of on a monologue here. Granny says something makes no sense. Buffering. Aaron message is bad, but yeah, we're all having this problem. There's so much division in all aspects of life now. Yeah, that's why I did uh, a series of videos and I called them powder keg. And I showed a powder keg, but holy smoke, that powder keg is a lot more divided than it needs to be. It's worse. It's really bad. And it says, I'm not really human. I just play one while here on Earth. Jason, buddy, you and I both, my fellow wizard. Hi, check Jason's channel out, by the way. He is a fellow worm wizard. I must have missed it. There's so many comments coming straight raining. Oh yeah, makes no sense. Buffering. Yeah. I got it. So, wow. Jason Evers is not a smart aleck. Come on, guys. Jason's good. Jason's a good guy. He's a really nice guy. And by the way, he's bought worms. So, PN1, pretty mild. Yeah. Okay. So Wednesday nights is. Hang on. See, all right. See you soon. I saw the video of the protesters in my small town. I didn't realize any other people. Yeah, they're not out. They're out of towners. That's what's happening. They're busting people in. Yeah, they saw it here, and I've heard so many reports of people being bussed in. This is highly coordinated, my friends. Highly coordinated somehow. Somebody's doing it. Somebody's got a major coordination effort. This is a huge undertaking. And you know darn well the NSA knows how good it is. So if they're not prosecuting, you got to assume they're in on it. Oh, I think I finally got down to the end. And somebody's saying good night to Wendy. Oh, I missed that one. So, comment moon hugs, says Shannon. All right, so Spitfire Red, no one is working, and now it's busy on social media, which is good and bad, LOL. Yeah, well, you know, we've had this event that took, you know, a lot of people in shutdown, a lot of businesses got shut down, and just when they're starting to reopen, they're getting smashed. Not a good thing. You know, businesses operate on small margins. Often the profit margin of the business might be 5 to 8%. It takes, on average, 1 in 7 businesses survive 7 years. They go out of business. And people in the businesses, they invest their own money, a lot of sweat, blood, and tears to make their business work. And that's for the chance of making it with the odds stacked against them. For idiots to be running around and smashing these businesses because they're the man, you know, it's crazy. These are the businesses of most people. So that's just wrong on so many levels. So wrong. Because, you know, my mom had a shoe store and she lost her house because the shoe store didn't make it. Because two of the bigger factories in there went on strike for about a year. The economy went down. She bought a bunch of inventory and bought it on credit and couldn't pay it off as the sales dropped, fell through the floor. And she lost her home over it. So business is very risky. Very risky. You can really lose everything. When doing another worm video on worms, says Stephen Moss. Well, I'm doing some garden videos right now. My worms are a little thin. I'm trying to let them come back, and I've got a lot of other things. Daniel Tweet, hey, there's a good buddy of mine. Speaking of worms, I sold 10 small earthworms of mine to a neighbor, Nancy. All right, you're a worm mogul, Daniel. Welcome to the club, my fellow worm mogul. Quite a newt. Made a dollar. You are a capitalist there, Daniel. A lot of people are saying capitalism has failed. My friends, we don't even know what capitalism is in this country. We have corporatism, where all the large corporations are in bed with the government. They own K Street in Washington, D.C., and they write all the legislation to stack it in favor of the big corporations, put small guys out of business. And so really and truly, we have government-private partnerships. And when you look at it, that's one of the tenets of fascism, if you haven't noticed. Now, I accused China of being fascist in a recent video, but it fits here too, in some fashion. One of the biggest barriers to expanding a business are the regulations that come into play. Yes. When you've been hiring employees, it's very hard to get progress. Yeah, the system is stacked against you so much unless you're already a large outfit. And my Claritons are honeysuckle and beautiful right now. So in several of my videos is that these bigger companies go to the city hall or state legislatures or bigger, they're going to the Congress, and they push for regulations. They push for regulations on their any search for their whole organization, but they know the small guy, the small operator can't afford it. The small operator can't afford to spend a couple grand per cert and hours and hours of studying to pass each cert test, and they already know the subject matter, and maybe they're paying more money than that. The time and effort involved is onerous, plus a little help to work your business with you. It's murder. It kills the smaller companies. The smaller companies are dying, and they want them to die because for these other companies, they get more market share. So it's good business. Now, hey, Scratch, how you doing? They get more market share, and that's the game. But it's bigger than that because really and truly, it really looks like it could be that the pandemic, it could be that what's going on now with the riots. Look, who made the money? The billionaires. Bezos, who owns Amazon, and the top billionaire club, Big Pharma. They made over $400 billion in profits on this while everybody else was starving. While you were losing your jobs, while businesses are shutting down, and hang on a minute. The way to buck that trend is with a buck. Vote on that small business, on that small tradesman. Hire the small tradesman, hire the smaller electrician outfit, the HVAC company, the one where it's an old guy, and he'll get your system fixed. And it might be some minor little $5 or $10 part rather than a $5,000 to $10,000 system. What am I missing here? I'm talking too much. Scratch says, all good to you, GG. Hope you're well, too. You too, Scratch. Mr. Farian is waving at Scratch. And Adam's Patch, HIWS, the senior way, itchy. I'm not following that entirely. So, we got a lot of buffering on. So, Rebel Rose, I try to keep my money in 100-mile radius. That's really good, Rebel Rose. Jason Avers, unencumbered flea market capitalism will improve the quality. Yeah, person, mano a mano, woman to woman. Let's get back to our communities. That's what I'm talking about. Let's give back to our communities. Buy from your local farmer. Go to the farmers markets. Go to the flea market. Yeah. And let's see what Standing Foot says. I just use my one name, Standing Foot. That's a good name. I stand on my head sometimes. Just kidding. And Scratch says, us English are lazy. Yeah. To me, lazy too, right? So let's see. Adam's Patch. That's good. Quiet is good. Peeps dying all across my bridge. Yo, right. Oh, wow. Oh. Guys, I got to have a sense of humor. How y'all like my tapestry back here? The dogs. Sled dogs. That tapestry, the sled, for many years hung over my bed. And I looked up at it when I was a teenager, pre-teenager. I put it on the roof, and I had a black light and black light posters on the walls. And I had a little light switch. I had an iron bed. It was probably over 200 years old, an old-fashioned iron bed. And I had a click light switch in the surface at the roof, and just a pull cord. It went right to the head of my bed. I'd read in the bed. I'd study in the bed. Mom went a little bit. My dad again from mom and dad divorced. I lived in a room that had no heat, and it was pretty cold in winter there. Let's see. Quit using my name, you freaking elephant. Oh, hey guy. All right, guys. Let's be nice to each other. Someone calling somebody out by name, and you don't want it to say, okay. Let me not remember. Okay, guys. Let's be nice. So my buddy Sky Punkoy is here. All right, alternate living. This guy lives in a van he's fixed. Oh, there he is. Nepotism used to work. It got people out of poverty. Now the reverse is happening. That's why they're crying for socialism. Yeah, well, we've got this crony corporatism now. That's the problem. We need to get rid of that. Get rid of this, and that's why I tell everybody: vote local, buy local, support your local artists. And hey, and Skip Punkoy, alternate living, he's a tradesman. He'll do repair work for you. So if you're, I believe you're up in New York State, right? So, you know, hire people like that. Use people like that. And Daniel says, in the tweet says, more localization and decentralization is going to make life 10 times better if we get it. Amen. Amen. 10 times better. Well, my people, my friends, you know, I got that concept for habitat we can live in and make a living out of. And I've got it in my Mars habitat video. So just go to that one and kind of, you know, you can see me flying around in this bigger, larger rendition of it that Mike Lowry put into a sim world called Kitely. And he did a nice job. But pay attention to my PowerPoint presentation I give in that presentation. So what we can do is we can change the world with homes like that. Absolutely change the world. And I think that's going to be a good model for us to use for these tribes as we build homes for people in our tribes. So I'm planning to get started on developing one real soon here. I'll probably do a GoFundMe or something to help make that happen. And Sky Poinkoy, alternative living. Hey, I don't know if I'm saying it right, man. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah. On my tongue, that's a lot hard to say. But anyway, he says, same here, Jason. I don't complain. I live most simple now because I live and love debt free because it's trying to get people to get back to the basics, look simple. Yeah, you're definitely a good example. A good example to follow. You're an independent person, and that's good. See, that's what they want to take from us. They don't want us to be sovereign. They don't want us to be independent. They want us all to be dependent on the government or some ginormous international corporation. No, thank you. We need to promote independence, independent sovereignty. And Ski Punko alternate living is definitely a sovereign individual. A good example. He took a van and refitted it. He says, thank you, my friend. You're the best video of all his teaching to be prepared of what's going on in the world. The world is becoming more crazy and dumber. Yeah, exactly. And Scratch says, back at you, sweet. He says, yeah, I'm on my way, dear. And now, sometimes we do twist our humor a bit. Okay, so a lot's going on. The world is coming. Actually, before they said it, if you're not already prepping, you're too late. I said that early in the year. And then before the lockdown come, I just did a video. Before they shut everything down, before the toilet papers preppers popped up, I mean, right before it, I said prep now. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of my videos have been prophetic. And we did our prayer for peace just before all this stuff hit. You know, I just had the feeling that something was coming on us, something big, and it's hitting us. And I had this moment before all this hit, before the pandemic. It was kind of like Obi-Wan in the first Star Wars, where, you know, when Alderaan, wherever in that world was, got blown up, and he had a jolt, and he said there'd been a dark disturbance in the forest, I had this feeling of sorrow, this profound sorrow for the world. It came over me like in a wave, and it was just a profound feeling of sorrow for the things that were about to hit. It was just a premonition. It was like, oh my God. And, you know, I had to shake it off just to move forward, but it hit me, and it hit me hard. And so, guys, you know, we got to be taking this stuff seriously. So I think if we work together, we can definitely help get ourselves in a better place. Maybe we can avert a lot of this stuff. But my friends, we can hope for the best, but we got to be prepared for the worst. It isn't time to look. We've got a bit of a reprieve right now. Even California Springs says you've been through a lot. Like, yeah, I have. I lost my dad, my brother, and my cat of almost 17 years died this week. So it's been a lot of stuff. Thank you, California Springs. Just praying for you. It's been a rough time. Scratch says, yes, intuition is real. Yeah, I had a profound sense of sorrow. I mean, it like hit me in the pit of my stomach. It was sickening and just dreadful. And just came over me. Like, I was out standing in the roadway between my two upper and lower gardens, and I was walking, and it just came over me, just washed over me. and it was rough. And just before the pandemic came out, like it did, it hit. Susu, to becoming debt free, pray, yes, yes, yes. And I got too much debt, I'm gonna tell y'all that, and I do. Science is always looking for answers in nature, but politics, that means cover up. Yeah, yeah. And Escape Uncle Alternative Living and says, you are so right, Greg. We need to support small towns and get rid of the big cities, too congested. Yeah. Stay out of the cities. Yeah, definitely. Stay out of the cities, y'all. The cities are going to be, cannibals. That's where you're going to have cannibals in the cities because they can't support themselves. They can't live. They have nothing there. They're food deserts. There'll be a water desert. The people there are going to be horrible. Download Greg as a star seed. Thank you, Mr. Farian. You might know something there, right? Any veterans in the house? Army here. Well, Dorothy's Hobby Farm. I am Army veteran. Amen. I've been in the Army. And when I got out of the Army, I joined the National Guard. I was an ROTC in high school before I went in the Army. And after I got out of the Army National Guard, I was actually for a little while an Army civil servant working for the Strategic Defense Command in what was known as the ARIS Project Office. ARIS was the Exo-Atmospheric Interceptor Subsystem. Yes, the Army has a space program. And I was on it. Missile defense. That's how I started out my career, missile defense. Yeah, we had this poster. This was back in the late 80s. Let me show y'all this poster. Y'all may have seen hints of it in some of my sessions. That poster right there, I hope I'm scanning it well enough for y'all. That was our calendar for 1988. Missile defense. Star Wars, as it was known in the day. I still kept that poster, that calendar, from 1988. That's the year I graduated college. I graduated from high school in 78, and I graduated college actually, I graduated in 89. Excuse me. So I was like a year away from graduating college. I was co-oping as a college student at the Strategic Defense Command. I was a civil servant. The only time I was a civil servant. I am a contractor at NASA. I'm not a civil servant, so I cannot speak for NASA. I don't even speak for the company I work for. If I tried to, they would definitely fire me in a heartbeat. I'm too opinionated for their opinion. So I don't even name them, because if I name them, they might fire me. Let's see. Dorothy's Hobby Farm never again. Volunteer yourself. Yeah, I wouldn't join the military now. No. God knows what it will be used for these days. And I was a little concerned even back then, to be honest. I was a little concerned back then, but I was kind of in dire need at the time. So, let's see. But one thing we did do when we was in the Army, we took an oath. I, Gregory H. Yawson, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. We all take that oath, but a lot of them just don't seem to understand what it means. And furthermore, we're told you can't you can't follow an illegal order. You might get an illegal order, and we're told do not follow it. It's against the law to follow an illegal order. I think that's been done a lot. A lot of people just don't understand what that really means, what the Constitution limits. Does anyone watch Homestead Rescue? No, I haven't seen that. Sounds interesting. Scratch says, I couldn't do military. I'm not good and been told what to do. Some of us pig-headed people, I did have some problem with that. He was a combat medic, says Railroad. My dad was in World War II, by the way. My dad was in World War II. Lots of filming, Greg. It's a Sue. Lots of mess. Thank you, Sue. It's a beautiful thing. I did wipe out part of it. I was 16, so you knocked out the electricity there, huh, Scratch? Blow up, Scratch? How did you blow up a substation? Maybe we don't want to know. I know how to blow up a substation. All right. And then I'm trying to defend the power grid. But holy smoke. But when you defend it, you also learn it's too easy to do these things. Most people are brainwashed when they join the military because they think they're fighting for their country for the banksters. You know, they say all wars are bankster wars, and I believe that now. Dorothy's Hobby Farm. I served 10 years, and it was an honor. Ah, well, I hope you're able to manage that. Yeah, are you permanently disabled? I hope it's definitely managed. You're running a farm. At least it sounds like you're able to get something done. I hope that's the case. America's become an empire. Yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, a lot of republics go empire, and we went empire. Actually, we went empire in the Spanish-American War when we took over Cuba and Puerto Rico and the Philippines. That's when we began our empire phase. And the big wigs, the big money folks, the banksters, and the press was definitely behind that, big time. The Hearst, you know, newspaper network at the time, they really pushed that agenda. They pushed the agenda for us to get involved in the Spanish-American War. Tiananmen's 31st anniversary today. Really? Tiananmen Square, 31st anniversary today? Wow. Never forget the atrocity to the CCP. Amen to that. Scratch. Back in 1990, it was the same day John McCarthy had been brought back from years in captivity in Beirut. Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember that Beirut business. Yeah, that was Reagan days. I was in the Army back when some of it was going on. Just got out, let's see, 31 years ago. Yeah. One of the worst things that Jason says are permitted to happen is the establishment of a standing army. Amen. Amen. Our founding fathers feared a standing army. They feared it. The definition of the militia was every able-bodied male in that day and time. That's what the word militia meant. Well, organized meant saying, well, you should get all the guys together. They should train to know how to handle themselves in case we get an invasion. But it was to be everybody. And in these days, that's been interpreted in other manners. You know, if you go to the Second Amendment in the Constitution, I hope I don't get banned for reading out of the Constitution. They may not like me telling people what's in the Constitution. It's the law of the land, right? I guess I do that. So let me find this amendment here. So let me read it. I know what it says, but I'm going to read it. Give me a second here. Hold it up. Thumbing over. I'm trying to hold the phone in one hand and thumbing through the Constitution with the other. The Second Amendment definitely states a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. Now, in the day, I tell you what, the militia meant every able-bodied male, and well-regulated, they wanted to train, that's all. There's nothing wrong with that. A comma. The right of the people. It says the right of the people. That's pretty plain. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Well, my friends, every time they pass a law with gun control, that's illegal. Absolutely illegal. I don't care what they say about it, how they try to construe it to say that's okay. My friends, it takes 2/3 of Congress and two-thirds of state legislatures to propose an amendment to this, and it takes 3/4 of the state to ratify an amendment. Any change or any deviation to the Constitution is an amendment. Yet we got Congress and states passing laws willy-nilly all over the place in defiance of that. That's wrong. Those are illegal laws. And you do have the right to assemble. That's in the First Amendment, my friends. Right. And those are good things. Scratch says, GG talks sense. I try to. You're right, Scratch. That's what they're doing. And Standfoot says, girls from my class. What do girls from my class do? Let's see what Standfoot says. Susu, don't dwell on that. No worries. I can do much more than they told me. Even told me in my LD class that I was not capable of living. Wow, but I'm the only person left in my class except half. Well, I stand in front of what's happened. It sounds like you have been through something there. And I have my mind set to live. There you go. Stand in foot. It sounds like you've been really overcoming. Listen, my friends, let me show you a couple of things. She's not in the room tonight, I don't think, but she has chimed in here many nights before. And it's my good friend here, Gil Angeles. She comes in as Rainbow Food Rocks, the name of her book. That's her on YouTube also. When she comes on YouTube, she's got a YouTube channel, and she's discovered and how to take care of her kids. She's basically healed several elements her kids had through changing their diet. I have a good friend who's helping me organize the tribes here. She's helping handle the spreadsheets. And let me tell you, I'm not going to name her name because she wants to be on the down low. But she had maybe a dozen severe ailments, and she was told that most of them could not be cured. Oh, you can't cure them. They cannot be cured. She's cured every single one of them with her diet. Let thy food be thy medicine. That's the old language from the Greeks. So our Constitution, the Magna Carta, right, Scratch? As far as I'm concerned. You're right. That was the original Bill of Rights. It was the Magna Carta. It was a Magna Carta that established the right of habeas corpus, by the way. The Magna Carta, absolutely. And that's where, in England, the path to freedom actually began. But in England, you never got rid of your royalty. But at least you did contain them. You got a parliament. But you still have the royalty. Yeah. I have a heart. But we Americans seem to worship royalty in every country and just idolize them. Why do we Americans fawn over royalty? Come on, guys. We shouldn't. That's what the news media wants us to do. They ain't got booted again, said Rebel Rose. This stuff is kind of, again, it's at Salisbury Cathedral. Wow. I mean, is it still there? The original Magna Carta? Which I rewired back 20. You wired the Salisbury Cathedral, Scratch. Wow. 23 years ago. Holy smoke. The Magna Carta's there? The original Magna Carta? Wow. He says, yep. And Sustainable Stewards is in the house. Hello, Stacy. How you doing? So, there we are. Must have nothing royal about them. I got that. Oh, you got the lizard picture there. So, Stacy and anybody new in the room, we've been having, our regular open talk session, but we definitely have had a lot to discuss with the pandemic and with the riots and all this stuff going on, and trying to maintain our freedoms, our liberties, and also trying to be decent people, reaching out with love and light across the aisle to try to smooth the frayed nerves, to see if we can avert some of the tensions and flaming. And what we'd like to do, the time is near, says hey, it's Sustainable Stewards. Yeah, the time is near. And Stacy says, long day, Greg. 100-mile-an-hour winds last night. Oh, trees down, damage, solar challenges. Yeah. Well, you live out there on the plains, right, Stacy? And so the winds can really kick up there. Really kick up. One leg at a time, as in the herb time, says Adam's Patch. So good idea there. What's sustainable? Stewards. Stacy, what do you get here? We've also got to pray. A country preacher brought out that there was the police officer who was shot and killed in Moody, Alabama, and asked us to pray for his family. And Steve Punkway here, alternate living, says that's why America kicked out to England, because of the royal and king. The funny thing is, we are becoming just like England now with social. Yeah, we're even worse. I mean, gosh, guys, everything. If you read the Declaration of Independence that we accused the king of, the Declaration of Independence is there. Everything we accused the king of, our government is way worse on today. And do you really get representation, or is it some kind of a game? The phone lines not built up the banks. They were screaming and yelling. Do not, I mean, not gets represented. Do we have true representatives, or are these representatives the banksters representatives? And it's standing on that. Lots of trees, not open, but the land is pretty flat around there, is it not? Uh, Wisconsin is not a windy state, but we're getting hammered by the solar minimum. Yeah, the solar minimum is going to be rough. You know, the jet stream is getting very serpentine, and it's going to bring us all kind of crazy weather. Hot weather north, cold weather south. It's just going to move around. I just posted a video on YouTube about a tornado passing by my apartment in South Jersey. Holy smoke. Ah, scratch. I try. Rebel Rose. I had a raven kill my chicken. A raven? And then started to fly away with my turkey, or fight with your turkey. Wow. That'd be a hungry, crazy raven. Ravens are smart, by the way. All right. I'll have to call my ravens in. All right. To give the founders a little relief, they did not know what they did not know. Well, of course not. Nobody does. And they knew at that time there were systems of control. Well, you know, they knew human nature really well. Question mark Greg is gone on my end. Anyone? Oh, did I fall out? Greg is gone on my end. Anyone else see him, or is it just me having issues? He's back now. Yes. Oh, wow. So I guess I dropped out. Not for everybody. That's interesting. Sustainable refresh been having. Yeah, this has just been jumping in and out. Now I'm sitting right here next to my Wi-Fi, and it's just pumping out Wi-Fi, 4G radiation all through my head and everywhere else here. So yeah, the signal is top, peaked out. It's strong. So it's not me. It's not my 4G. It's not my Wi-Fi. It's YT. GG does lag every now and then. That's bearable. Thank you, Scratch. Don't read every comment. I say grave trouble at times. Yeah, well, I'm just trying to have a conversation with everyone here as much as I can. There are YouTube channels in which the guy who has the channel only reads comments, or just mostly reads comments from people that give the super chats. I hadn't even set super chat up. It's probably crazy to be doing one of these without super chat. I'll get around to it one day. I'll put in a super chat, but I do try to give as much people air as I can, because I know everybody else is reading too. Jason Neighbors, I believe that it was well said that the Republican system was and moral really got out of everything, so we've lost all sense of morality today. And that may be the problem. Maybe that's why people are streaming and doing things. Scratch says Rex will let you know. Will let you have one, I'm sure. Oh, actually, I've got a 10-4 cat. He did give me one. It's just way on the other side of the room. If you hadn't seen my 10-4 cat, come on, guys. I've worked in the last couple of sessions here. My Uncle Tom worked for NASA, but he was more nerdy than woodsy like Greg. I grew up in the woods, my friends, but I love space too. So there you go. Yeah, most guys at NASA, were known for wearing little plaid shirts and little stripes, and you cut your hair, and every hair is in perfect, highly manicured place, and wear your little suits, and drive your BMWs, and live in your fancy little house, and get your fancy little wife, and a little fancy foo-foo dog, and highly manicured yard with no garden. And that's stereotypical NASA guy, and there's quite a few that fit that. But then again, there's a few that got cattle ranches and farms, and we come in all shapes and colors and fashions. Quite literally, more ways than one. Brandy Renee says, okay, closing came back. Yeah, it's kind of bouncing in that space. It's amazing, says Scratch. It is. It's huge. What's wrong with BMWs? Nothing, Scratch. Just some people wouldn't have anything else. I drive every vehicle I got's no clunker. That's why I love your channel, Greg, because you do talk to everybody. Other channels are fake. They only talk to people that agree with them. Yeah. I try to talk with everybody. I try to give everybody a voice, because everybody's got perspective. Sustainable Stairs. I will have to watch the replay. The internet is just too... Okay, sorry about this. Stay safe, everyone. Prep, pray, and be God's blessing to you, Greg. Well, thank you so much, Stacy. Thank you so much. and I really appreciate you. You're a champion. She really is. Yeah, I'm sorry guys that this channel is having so much. It's YT. You know, I really think that they're just buffering us. You know, it happens direct to so many people on these live chats. And if I had a channel on little foo dogs or little cats, the cat channels get, you know, I always laugh at the one channel that did the rabbit videos. Some of the rabbit videos got like 11, 12 million views just for a single little video. But the one I thought was really funniest was a rabbit wakens to the sound of a banana. Really? What sounds a banana make? 9 million views. Yeah. If I was in this to make money, I got two rabbits. I got a cat. My Uncle Tom built this house where the backyard was the front yard. Sounds like me. I garden in my front yard. Man. I got a remnants of rocket in my backyard. Just, maybe 20, 30 foot, no more than 40 foot from me to most is the inner tank and avionics bay of the DCX rocket. So in my backyard. So look up the DCX rocket, DCXA, on Wikipedia. I got it. It's in my backyard. Everybody have a rocket in their backyard sitting on a piece of blocks? One of my friends posted that on the internet probably 15 years, maybe 20 years ago, and dubbed me the first space redneck. How about that? God bless you, Stacy. All right, Stacy, you hang in there, and God bless you and your family. Stacy had the vision that really informed us that we may not have power. Power grid may go down this year. Power grid may go down in December, and the way she saw it happening was the probably in one of the most probable ways somebody would try to pull it off with a tactical method that would give plausible deniability to any attacker, and it could take our whole country down. Only trees in my backyard. Well, that's all I had until I opened it up and made a garden back there. Jason Ivers, I got the first stage of a solid propellant being made in my backyard. What is your solid propellant? By the way, I have cast hybrid rocket motor right on my back door stoop here. Using asphalt. Worst case scenario, grid down. Yeah, that is Sue. So, okay, here's what I was going to say earlier, and I kind of got sidetracked. So, for everyone's benefit, one of the top, I should probably do a video on this because a lot of people won't stay with this particular video this long. Wow, it shows I've only been live for 6 minutes and 32 seconds. I hope YouTube's brings all these together in one video. That's crazy. 6 minutes and 40 some odd seconds. We know we've been on here longer than that, so YouTube is really messing with us. So, my friends, here is what I have to say to you, what we need to really be aware of. So we've had it hits the fan situation, but it's it hits the fan light. You kind of see the kind of things you're going to need, where things can go, what can come up missing. Well, pay heed, because we may have a temporary stay right now, which things are available again, at least some of them, temporarily. But if it hits the fan again, and it seems to be hitting the fan, or beginning to, these riots go more out of control, we get into war, there's economic collapse, or because of these riots, the typewriter bug, if you will, if it has a huge new surge, you can expect a lot more shutdowns of business, whether mandated or not. A lot of the people in the businesses are getting sick, and they're going to be shutting down. If they don't shut down, people are just not going to want to show up to work. They're going to be scared. When all this happens, a lot of the stores will be shut down, and those that won't will have a lot of shelves that's going to be empty. And we may down. So at that point, you got to survive on what you already have. You will not make it. It will be very ugly. That's why we have our tribes. That's why we need to have our communities. That's why I'm trying to organize our tribes. We may not have a lot of time. We need to move. We need to move fast. You need to be right with yourself and with God. You need to be centered. whatever you deem. I'm not trying to tell people Google. I'm not telling people what religion to follow, but ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Better watch it. I might get a copyright strike. That is not the song. That's me saying a few words, Mr. YT. Oh, yeah, I got 2 copyright strikes on Galactic Graves. One because somebody played some music in the background. I didn't catch it. And they hit it. And another was a government launch of a government vehicle, but part of the video cut to the SpaceX headquarters, and they claimed the copyright on that, and so they were supposed to edit that out, but instead they edited the launch itself out. Strange. That should not have been. They edited the wrong thing, YouTube did. So leave it to YT. Yeah, strange stuff. So, ground control. So the word is, we might have a reprieve, a second chance to go out and get supplies. You got a second chance to, you can still order stuff. So get everything you can now to get ready. The best situation, of course, is if you can bug into your home, or if you got a permanent bug out place you can go to that's well stocked where you can really live and make a living. That's what we're going to come down to, very likely. Bugging out without a place to bug out location is going to be rough, very rough. You're basically going on maneuvers in the woods. And I'm not going to be seen or heard. But I'm going to take other people. That's going to make it challenging. If I'm in one of my tribe locations and it hits, well, we won't bug out initially. Was that the McDonnell Douglas DCX? Scratch? Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. The McDonnell Douglas DCX is in my backyard. So, and by the way, they had a Hall of Fame. And I was actually listed in the Hall of Fame for the DCX rocket. Not because I got it in my backyard, but because I was chairman of the phone tree of the National Space Society at that time, and I pushed for and lobbied bureaucrats, actually, not Congress, but bureaucrats, the bureaucracy, to create the single-stage rocket technology program, which became the DCX. So I had a major role in the creation of that program. And Bill Gallbatz, who was the program manager, put me in the DCX Hall of Fame, and he used to send me Christmas cards every year. And as long as he was alive, he always sent me a Christmas card from that day out. And he's tried to talk the museum in Alamogordo into buying what I got back here, but they always just wanted me to donate it to them, and I never agreed to that. So I still have it. Hey, Connie, how you doing? So, yeah, we're still here. Hey, Connie. So that's kind of interesting. So Brandy Renee says, well, if it helps anyone, the voice I heard after my dream said the voice I heard after my dream said they won. They're waiting for comes from Israel. I'm not really following. That's kind of hard for me to follow. Name starts with, is that an F? A lowercase f? No one will know who they are. I was asleep when I heard. So you heard a voice. Brandy, could you say a little more? I'm having a hard time following what you typed there. Scratch says, cool looking rocket. Yeah, they flew around like a helicopter. That rocket was one of the first reusable rockets. That rocket was the inspiration for what Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk is building today. Reusable rockets that take off and land vertically. That was the first one, and it did it. And had an F-16 flight computer in it. Hang on a minute, I'm reaching for something. So I have been quite instrumental in my life in the creation of a lot of what's going on in space today. That's why I also have my Galactic Graves channel. A lot of what's happening there, a pretty big hand in. And here was a magazine of the National Space Society, Ad Astra magazine, which they still put out today. I was chairman of the executive committee, or CEO of the organization for a term of office, and spent 10 years as chairman of the policy committee. And here was an article I wrote 10 years ago. Let me show you this article. If you think I don't know alliteration, this is not to decode language and alliteration concerning constellations, cancellation, Congress, and camels. And in there, I lay out basically how I chose the commercial, what used to be a commercial approved program and SLS program. There's about to be a scorched earth civil war between the two, and had that happen, we probably wouldn't have had either one program today. But today, we have a crew on the space station today who were there from the SpaceX effort to launch there. So I went into that a little bit in my Galactic Greg's channel. Check out Galactic Greg's, by the way. Shannon, all right, so you put a DCX video on here. Good, good. Also, I built rockets like this one. Well, these guys in this picture, I was a program manager over this. That's me right there. This rocket right here made the Guinness Book of World Records, the Millennium Edition version. Guinness 2000. If you find this book, and look on page 183, my group was the Huntsville, Alabama L5 Society. And I tell all you interested tribes to email me at hal5space@aol.com. I'm not president of HAL5 right now, and even while it was my last term as president, I didn't use that email for that purpose. I used a different email. But I'm using that because I'm not using that email for anything else. I'm using that as my email for the tribe people to react to. I do have a Green Greg's email, but I use it as a business email, so I don't want it to be blasted with the other. Connie Linga says galactic lepidip. All right, that's a little bit beyond my tongue there, Connie Lingus. Galactic lepidoptera. Okay. Yeah, well, talking to Brandy. Okay. A line there with my eyes closed, and the voice says, "The one they're waiting for comes from Israel." Okay, now I'm following you. Name starts with F. No one knows about being Antichrist. Interesting. Only along did it because I'm a brat, but no guy. Jason has. We blew up a few homemade rockets when I was a kid. There you go, cool. Kind of mean it's butterfly. You know, there's a book about space stations, private space stations, called Dragonfly. I got it up there somewhere. Some of my friends were involved in that effort. I've been involved in a lot of crazy things in my life. In addition to playing Bigfoot, I have run from rockets. Not one in that picture, but if you're ever in Huntsville, and if you're ever getting straight to L, one of the rockets hanging from the ceiling was a rocket I ran for my life from once upon a time. I was really out there doing. I was earthquake hit Ridgecrest, California, in the midst of the riots. How strong was it? Oh my gosh! Wow, interesting. So back to butterfly. All right. And Gregory, you shipping to Mary? You know, I really hadn't started because I got to cost it out. I don't have a whole lot, as much this year as I had in previous years, and shipping costs are terrible. You know, so much. So, Granny says, "Okay, not all constant buffering, error messages. Yeah, I can't help the buffering. They're going to buffer this channel. If I had a fiber optic line straight into every house that's tied into me, I think they'd buffer. You know, take care, Granny. Have a great night." So 5.5, yeah, that's pretty strong. Wow. And Brandon Renee and Diane Wright, that was last October. Well, you know, that don't surprise me. With everything they're pulling, they must have everything almost in place to set up a new world order. Nothing surprises me. And some people go, well, we're going to get raptured away, and there's nothing to worry about. And some people think we ought to bring it on. So I start talking about evil, and I go out. Interesting. The love in the heart. Every one of you that I know and chatted with, I've seen so much love from you. You're an awesome group here. We are a family. We're going to start my time clock. It tells me an hour and 48. Okay, I'm looking at the clock. So we've been going for about an hour and a half now. Wow. Time's fun when you have flies. That's what one spider says to another one that's munching on a fly. Time's fun when you're having flies. That's one of my corny jokes. Magma intrusion? All about the space station and manipulator system, special purpose decks with a manipulator. I know all about the power data grapple fixers, the utility trays in the space station, I know all about the microconicals, the 8 channels used for the robotic systems interface standards. I know all about the Node 2 and Node 3 wiring because I laid it all out. Yeah, a lot of stuff up there flying that's got my fingerprints on it. Yeah, I'm just a poor old guy down here, Ford worm farmer who's head over heels in debt. But I got a great YouTube channel and awesome subscribers. You're my family here. Love y'all. Sue says yes, prayers for our nation, and thank you. Yeah, we got to do some serious praying tonight. Anyone's thinking about rapture, I would highly suggest that they read the supporting scriptures. Yeah, bingo. Friends, you're free to believe what you think, but the way I read it, there's a whole lot of text talking about the martyred saints and trials and tribulations. I think it's post-tribulation. That's me. You're free to believe what you want, but I'm going to tell you, you better get prepared. If you think you got a get out of jail free card, you might be surprised. You might be surprised. Well, I think Reverend Darby, who was running around preaching this from the 1800s, the first time anybody ever heard of it, and got everybody sold this concept. He came from England, and it seems he was tied to the Rothschilds. So maybe they want you guys to think it's going to be all right, and you won't know when they're putting a noose around your neck until it's too late. Could have been a setup, my friends. Could have been a setup. Love you, Greg. He, my family. Who's your family? Mr. Darby? Mr. Darby? Or I'm your family. I hope we're all family in here. That's the whole idea. Situation. Yeah, look, guys, I always tell you, hope for the best and prepare for the worst. And we do not know the day, the time, the hour. You know, this could all be just an NWO conspiracy to lure us into their bondage. That may be the whole game here. Well, it's to us to not go into bondage, but in bondage. And our rights are given to us. It's a given that we have these rights. We don't have. There's no granted by the government. Group prayer, 30 past the hour. Okay, 4 minutes. We're going into group prayer. How about that? How's that sound for everybody? Group prayer in 3 minutes. I'm watching a clock that doesn't show me seconds. It's on. Yeah, I am working from home. It does keep me busy. Okay. N.M. Condon. Is that New Mexico, Condon? Yeah, you put 3 little dots there. Whatever you're trying to say there. Spent 20 years learning their dirty little secrets. Oh, Scratch. Well, you've been in some interesting places. You might know. I finally got a wood-burning stove. That's a good move, Sue. Got one of those group prayer. And I think that there's some folks that would love to play a script that they believe would lead to good numbers of people into air. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. Another thing to beware of, 2 minutes to prayer time. The greatest lies, the biggest deception, is a deception that its core is true. And it's so true, maybe even a revelation that it sucks you in. You miss the real truth. That is the biggest deception. That's a technique that are used by certain agencies when they want to foment deception. I said foment. That sounds like vomit, don't it? Hidden in plain sight. Absolutely. So, yeah, and they have to give you some truth, or their karma is going to eat them alive. But then again, they turn around and laugh at it and joke at anybody that believes it. So they'll show you something with one hand and then ridicule it with the other hand. So, yeah, they got their methods. We got a minute to prayer time here, everyone. So, all right, so we're praying for the cop in, was it Moody, Alabama? Hope I get the name right here again. Does everybody remember? We're praying for his family. The guy got killed. And we're praying for, who else was it? Somebody else asked for prayer. If you got a prayer request, let's see it. We've got to pray for our country. We've got to pray for peace, for civility, for everyone. They can't hide everything. No, they can't. Yeah, the giggle factor. Yeah, that's one of their tools. Absolutely. Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. Well, you know what? I'm a conspiracy practitioner. I'm here to tell you, I've done organizational activities, and I'm here to tell you that everything's done by conspiracy. Hey, Sawzall Jules, how you doing? Yeah, we're about to go into our prayer session here. Chrissy R. Man gave me a fever few plant. 20 years of migraines. That plant made a cup of tea. Wow. Good for you. Good for you. Love and peace. Okay, it's prayer time, y'all. Let's drop into a moment of silence and prayer and meditation, whatever is within your way of belief. If you don't have a belief or faith, just a moment of silence. And let's pray for the world, for our nation, for the cop that was killed, for his family, and Moody, country preacher told us about. And Susie, let's see, Judy was not with us either here tonight, so she probably needs some memory in our prayers. And the only prayer request I have is that the veil of lies that cloud the mind be lifted. Yeah, I think some of us have seen through it, so maybe we should pray that more people awaken. This is Woden's Woken Up. That's one of the best things we can do on Woden's Woken Wednesday. Okay? Let's pray. Pray for Chile. This says I do. What's happening in Chile? Do they have earthquake there too? Say, anyone needing prayers here? God knows your needs. True. Let's see, that was one of the pessimists, says Scratch. Thank you, Standing Foot. Thank you for the prayers. Nomadic. Nomadic. Second prayer request. Oh, thank you. Prayers for peace and health and strength. I'm still on, says Finest Planet. Finest Planet. I like that name. Says something, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. But I love you, Greg, says Stanford. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, time for me to go listen to music. That is way too heavy. Did you feel it? So come on, guys. Good night, Stanford. Tell me, guys, did you feel it? And foamy braiding your hair, Greg, says Kylie. Yeah, you got to come braid my hair. Absolutely. That's what I felt reaching through my scalp. Ah, okay. How Greg, hope all is well with you. Yeah, I've been having a challenging time here. And Tim Cass says, howdy, folks. So we got people still coming in. We're in the prayer session when you came in. Thank you, Greg and Peeps. Love and peace to all, says listening for vision. Scratch, don't make me laugh while munching hobnobs. Oh, wow. Tim Casper, I love what you do, Greg. Amen, Jason says, Sue. So's Joel, 6.8 earthquake in Chile. Very isolated region, indigenous area. Wow, we're having 2 earthquakes now, one in California, one in Chile. Scratch, back at you. Well, it's interesting at this momentum day, the earth is quaking and shaking as the political powers are definitely cooking and baking. Wow. But we are awakening. We are waking, and when everybody else is shaking, because this is Woden's Woken Wednesday. And we're all here in faith and family. We are family. The sun is waking up. So scratch. Yeah, there's been some flares coming out. Now let's pray for all. So what I always ask everyone to do in this channel is to make sure that you go out and do something good in the world. Do something good for somebody. Go out and be really nice to anybody and everyone around you, especially reach across the race lines, reach across the aisle of race and creed, and do something good. Let them feel the love from the other side, from whatever race or creed you are to whatever other race or creed you find around you. Find any excuse you can to show some love. Let's see if we can throw some cooling water on these hot flames today by showing love and compassion in such a stressful time. Yeah, thank you, says no matter. Thank you, Greg, for all the neat people along here. Well, you know, I got to thank all the neat people for coming here. I give you a forum, a place, a house tonight, a room that we can all be family and friends, where we can have a chat amongst each other at a time when it's so hard to gather. This is our conference. Yes, gardens. Spread of love, knowledge, and compassion. Tim, absolutely. So everybody, let's get a little rundown quickly. We know that Scratch is somewhere around England. So everybody, where are you from? I'm in Tony, Alabama. Where are you guys at? I'm in North Alabama. Where are you guys at? Where's everybody at? Daniel Tweet. Give thanks and praises. Amen, Daniel. And Daniel's been a long-time subscriber and Facebook friend. A really good friend there. Let's see. We got Bethany, Connecticut. Chester, Connecticut. We got 2 people from Connecticut. Wow. Houston, Wisconsin. And, all right. Livingston, Texas. Eastern Tennessee. We'll get a lot of people from Eastern Tennessee. El Paso. Well, I've been to El Paso. My son used to live there. Belton, Washington. My daughter lives in Houston. Or in Spring, Texas, actually, north of Houston. Victoria, Australia. All right. It's good to have so many people from around the world here. Though, I'm late to Greg. Hi, Cindy Lou. How you doing? Well, you know, we had a prayer session. We're just asking where everybody's from, Cindy Lou. Indiana. Jacob Laswell. Lower Saxony in Germany. Wow, so I guess it's the south part of the Saxony region, eh? I always said if you were German, would you say Wie geht es, y'all? Instead of Wie geht es Ihnen? South would say y'all for you, right? Instead of Ihnen, Wie geht es, y'all? That's a bad redneck German redneck joke, eh? Let's see here. Tulsa, Oklahoma, northern hemisphere, Earth, the solar system, Milky Way, galaxy, the mind of God. Wow, Jason, you got some good coordinate systems there. The mind of God. That's it. It really is the greater creator. South Carolina. Saxony. Now, that's a cool place name, says Scratch. It is indeed. Saxony. Jason, can you be more specific? Hey guys, if you haven't seen Jason's channel, go check him out. He does good videos. Subscribe to him. He needs some help. Boost his channel, guys. Everybody go to Jason into Jason's channel. Check it out. Subscribe. Blow it up. Yeah, he just did a good video talking about food and growing, and I like his wizard video for worms. So we're definitely brothers in the worm wizard category. Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Yeah, Connie, I know where you're at, unless you moved. All right. Scratch, always welcome, Nathan. Excuse me. Pardon me, guys. No, it's not COVID. I have been tested. Link, please, for Jason's channel. Hey, Jason, I think you got a ranch, don't you? You don't? Yeah. Post your link in here, Jason. Post your link for everybody to see. Jason's a good guy. Really good guy. And he says, yeah, second. So he'll be back in a second with his link. All right, Scratch. The name of the area comes from the Saxon tribe. Yeah, of course it does. And the Saxons, the Angles, the Jutes, they settled in England too. So, Scratch. Yep. And English is the language of those tribes, named after the Angles, or whatever, the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes. But that's the form of Old German that became English eventually. It got mixed in with some French that came in by way of the Norsemen who invaded Normandy and France from the Viking lands. So our ancestors come from there. I find all my ancestry is Viking. That's a total surprise. All right, here we go. Here's me, says Jason Neighbors. There's his YouTube channel. Check him out. Join Jason equals youtube.com. Watch. There you go. Jason has put his link in there. My dad's from Saxon. Learned the garden from him. Very good. Thanks, Scratch. Everybody go check out Jason Avery's channel, guys. Good channel. Good guy. Good man. Really appreciate it. And also, earlier, Sustainable Stewards was in the house. Go to her channel. Subscribe. She puts out a lot of good stuff. I'm a Viking, says Nomadic. Yeah, at first I thought it said Nordic, and I read it says Nomadic. Yes, I am too. Connie Lingus. I was just in Pumpkin Center, Cindy. Pumpkin. Not pumpkin, but pumpkin. Turn your phone sideways and you're cutting out. My friends, this phone does not adjust. It says rotate device, but it's never done it yet. It's always failed. Let me see if I do it. It's always failed. Yates is about to delete everybody. Yeah. It just don't work. I've tried it a million times. It just don't work. Scratch, I'm a Muppet. I'm green. As Carmen said, it ain't easy being green. Living in the middle of nowhere. That's the best place to be, Connie. That is the best place to be. Yeah, this phone is it's whacked. It doesn't. It is a Samsung 9. It's one of the later versions. Diane, subscribe. Good. All right, Jason, you got to subscribe, or at least one. Literally, no one nowhere. Let's see. Kermit is my alternate ego. With Scratch, we must be brothers. All right. Cipher is an old freak handle. I'm not actually Asian. That character is fictional. Okay. Advice from pepper and tomato transplanting. Okay, I just showed a video on planting peppers and setting them out. Tomatoes. I didn't do a video on setting the tomatoes out when I set up my tomatoes. I should have. I've got video. I did a bunch of video last spring, but I didn't post it on tomatoes, setting them out and trellising them and tying them up. I think I'll reshoot the tying them up and do some trellising video. Maybe I can dig up some of that video from last summer and combine it in here. I shoot lots of video that I never air. It just takes so much time to edit this stuff. I'm subbed to Jason. There you go, Sue. Well, Jason, your channel will be blowing up some now. And kind of great. The morning sun is coming in my north-facing window now. Wow, you are up north for that to be happening. Holy smoke! Yeah, when I was in Alaska, you know, in the summer, it didn't get dark at all. In fact, in the winter, I could tell the sun. I saw this light to the north. I thought there must be some city up there. Maybe it's a pipeline city. But then I got noticing the light was moving. You know, and I wouldn't always sit in the same spot. It was moving, and I go, "Oh, that's the sun on the other side of the earth." Yeah. So yeah, I know the earth is not flat, my friends, for many reasons. That was interesting. Of course, in the summertime, you'd sit just kind of circle around the sky. Interesting. Very interesting. Greg, your channel shouldn't be in that. Should be in the millions. I suspect in time it will be. Well, Jason, help me out. I'm promoting you, so promote me. Give me some loves. Everybody share these videos. You go into my channel and just pick out videos. Go click and go to the top left corner of the screen where it says videos, and click videos. You're gonna see everything on the channel. Pick some and share them. Just start sharing my videos. Let's blow it up, because we need other people to join our tribe movement. We need to expand this movement. We need to grow it. We need more people in our prayer sessions. You know, if we have bigger prayer sessions, we can move the earth. I really believe it, because we talk about the power of prayer, the power of intention. We can change our outcome. We can have a better future, but we got to work together. So join me, with me, and let's push it. Let's push for it. Hi, Angela Sandler. How you doing? I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, she says. All right. Yeah, we're about to get out of here right now. I've been on for a long time. My hubby watches you now, Greg. So he said, well, that's good. What's he think? Falcon 9 launch proved that, Greg, Earth is not flat. Oh, I know that. That's in the loop. Hey, I put up balloons and rockets myself. In fact, I just showed a picture earlier of this Guinness book that I made, 2000 Millennium Edition, and the picture of the rocket this was our first space launch rocket that we did in our Halo Altitude Liftoff group of HAL 5, the Huntsville, Alabama L5 Society. We spun off a company called HARC, the High Altitude Research Corporation. And I'll show you a picture of a boat that we actually took out to sea to launch what was our catch prize rocket, our cheap access to space rocket from a big polyethylene balloon. And now this is just a printout I got off. This was actually in the wardroom of the boat, and I asked them if I could have this picture. It's just no Xerox copy. This is some naval equipment, or actually it's a deep dive submarine there. And this was called the Mr. Offshore. And that's what we did our catch prize launch for. And this for the one that made the Guinness book. This is me plotting out pathways, and did it very manual, because we did this back in, you know, the early 90s. And that was actually for a failed launch attempt that we did earlier from Cerro Gordo. That would have been the launch point. We actually launched from Topsail Beach. And here's a little cartoon from the Peanuts, in which Lucy is saying, and it seems that the Andromeda Galaxy is speeding toward our galaxy at 300,000 miles per hour. And Snoopy and Woodstock looking. Yeah, a little scared. And my favorite comic is from The Far Side, one of my favorite ones. And donning his new K9 decoder, Professor Schwartzman becomes the first human being on Earth to hear what barking dogs are actually saying. Hey, 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 hey. All that working. That's what you get. And in case y'all never noticed, my little sign here. Oh yeah, got some garlic and honey up here, hiding amongst my rockets. So anyway, have a little fun. We have a little fun here. And what does Green Greg's have on his wall? Well, space posters. Sea launch. Had a friend working on Japanese Shimizu Institute concept for a big space habitat. Mars poster. This is back in the early days of when they were still building the space station in 2003. And here is a commemorative flag that actually flew on. Well, your native worms just aren't. Most of them are used to going really deep down in the dirt, or they're dirt worms. Some of them are like crawlers that are native, or really need to burrow like 6 foot deep. So they probably won't do all that good together. They might make it for a while in the bed. They're not winter mix, but they're really just not that compatible. Connie and Lingus, I remember how to scan the camera around Connie. Yeah. So do I, says Scratch, laughing his off. Yeah, you guys remember from the old days on Rex's show. Well, I tried to clear it up a little bit as I started broadcasting here. This became my studio. I have everything, love, NASA, and space, says Cindy Lee. Well, thank you. Scratch, didn't he have a sign saying something like organized chaos? Well, I got that. Notice, keep this place clean and orderly. Let's see. You might end up with hybrid worms, says Daniel. I doubt they'd mix. I really doubt that. But, you might have one of the other species taking over. But I seriously, native worms just don't raise in beds. It's just, they just don't. So they probably won't make it long. They'll get out and go somewhere else. And so used to catch worms as a child. Crawdads. Hello, says Sue. Amen to that. Angela Sandlin, I've always enjoyed the far side. Yeah. Yeah, we might get a strike from the CC from YT because I showed that stuff. I hope not. Those are old, but they might still be applicable. Yeah, that stuff's over 20 years old. It still might get. I might not have just shown, and that peanut stuff is really old. I don't know. We'll see. But they're very poor renditions of the old stuff. Anyway, Sue for fishing. Catch worms, yeah, and we'll see if this video gets struck. Maybe I can just edit it out. They may edit it out. That's usually what we do if we get a copyright claim or something like that. Anyway, I hope not. I was really just having a little fun there. All right, yeah. Showing up all over the place. Treating bodies, we call that mushrooms. Powerful stuff. All right, everyone, we've gone long. We've been on here almost 2 hours. Got squash and tomatoes, kale, cabbage, strawberries. The rain almost killed everything. Oh, Sandra. Yeah, that grand solar minimum effect. Cosmic ray induced cloud nucleation causing so much rain. It's rough. And Katie Black Market Marvel says, hey, hello. No, we're not 45 in the room, but we've had a lot of new people coming here, and a lot of others had to leave. So we've kind of got some throughput going on tonight. And Daniel says, people are shining flashlights straight up at 9 p.m. local. That's a good idea. I actually called for everybody to do that on one of my previous videos when we were doing our prayer session. I said, shine your light. So that's a good idea. Of course, we've already passed 9 here. You're about to hit 9 in about 6 minutes. So, George Floyd funeral tribute with lights. Oh, okay. Well, guys, let's hope we can have a peaceful tribute to that. Let's hope that it can be peaceful. And it should be. That's the way it ought to be. Some kind of peaceful remembrance, but then it's quite okay for any group to assemble, to protest, and to request redress from the government. Those are rights we all have: freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of assembly. These are our rights, and they should be exercised when people are feeling somewhat less than happy with the way government's going on. But there are avenues and ways to address that. It's not tearing down stores. That is not part of it. That is just chaos. It's anarchy. I am something of an anarchist if you believe that anarchy is not believing the government, but not having the government doesn't lead to that. I mean, groups can control themselves and stop that kind of stuff in well-organized communities. So, my friends, if you're interested in the tribe movement, I tell everyone that we can't make it as lone preppers. We have to have each other, have each other's backs, and we've got to be a big family. So if you're into that and you've not already done it, but you want to join this tribe movement that I'm organizing, email me at HAL5, the number 5, space at AOL.com. I actually wrote it down here in this notepad because I was showing it to another program. Ran this program last night. HAL5 space at AOL.com. I'll hold it on here for a minute. I know I'm too quick sometimes with the camera. Greg, scan the camera around so fast. Make me dizzy. Yeah, that's a problem. Because I like to move fast. Anyway, hope that helps everyone there. Peace and love, fellow humans, says Sue Sue. Can't fail to love that show with Ransom. That's the one I showed it on, the show with Ransom. Yeah, Ransom's a great guy. A lot of fun to be with him on the show. Yeah, Angel saying a little harmless fun, never hurt anyone. There you go. Interesting action, more like it, says Connie. Yeah. Okay. Everyone, we've gone long. Some of the guys like Dan might want to go out and shine a flashlight. Everybody, I like that Tony Pell, says Cindy Lou. Yeah, you noticed I do have my hair in a ponytail tonight. Sure do. It's a ponytail. There we go. There we go. So everyone, I think there we go. Scratch. That's it. HAL5 space at AOL.com, and put in the title tribe, and put 3 June 2020. At least I'll know it's coming from this video that you've seen it. Now at work, I'll flash it out the window. There you go, Tim. Jason Avers, Rockets Earth, and thumbs up, and a whole lot of interesting love being shown in your eyeglasses. Yeah, there we go. So everyone, let's see. Debbie says, hi, Greg and all. Just coming in the room. Wow. Well, we're just wrapping up here. We've had a long session. We've gone through our prayer session. Everybody said where they come from, pretty much. And we're about to call a close to this. This is probably our longest session so far. We've covered a lot of territory, a lot to talk about. Just remember, support your local community. Support your local farmers, your local artisans, your local shops. Spend your bucks there. Buckless system, about where you spend the bucks. And dang it, I missed it, says Tennessee Preparedness. Hey, man. Yeah, you're just in my backyard. Can you say replay? You want to say it all over again? Yeah, I can just back up and rewind. I don't know. I can't talk backwards like Rex now. Yeah, I should just do everything I said and backwards, just like Rex talks. Can't do that. I'm not that talented. Rex can do it, though. Well, hopefully this will post if I don't take a strike for certain things said here or shown here. Hopefully this will post in its entirety, but we shall see. Mr. Tennessee. And Mr. Tennessee at the moment is in Alabama. Tennessee Preparedness. Go check out the video. Just a couple of videos ago, I did a video with Tennessee Preparedness, Mr. Michael. And in that video, we showed a Faraday cage. Go check it out. That's the Faraday cage video. So I want to say hello to Tennessee Preparedness. Hello, we got to go. We've had a long night. It's time to lay low. Much love and peace to you. Hearts and prayers. There we go. You the man, GG, said Tennessee Preparedness. Guys, we're building a tribe, and we're going to rock. I'm going to tell you that. We are going to rock. And Tennessee Preparedness, man, he's in. Like Flint. Hey, hello. Hang a rocket from a balloon, and off we go. We're going to fly a rocket into space. We're going to begin the amateur space race. Halo. And that is the Halo rocket. So when you hear me saying that, hey, I was saying long before Rex ever did. And that was my song. If you check out the video from Rex, you'll see light emitting from my voice when I said, Halo, in the Mountain Hollywood tunnel. Sue, thumbs up, love and prayers. Rock on my family. Rock on family, yes. Everyone, just remember, we are a family. And I love you all. Just hang in there, Ginger Tea Honey. All right. Dog sled, yo. You like my dog sled? Yes. Hey, everybody, let me ask you real quick before we go. I've put in some of my videos. I have a little fun sometimes, and I've added some little sound with birds and frogs and different things from time to time and some pictures. Y'all like that? What do you think about that? Also, on the Galactic Grigs video, one of them where you see the guy with a space helmet and visor, you go check that where it says, open the hatch door, Hal, or something. Check out the music there. It's the sounds from Enceladus. Spooky, and I show various space images of large-scale space habitats. Paul says, good evening, Americans. I don't know, when you pull a finger, there's usually something that falls. So, and April says, yeah, check out the open of my videos, check out the little sounds, the little birds, and my drumming. And yeah, that's me drumming, and in one case, I'm actually drumming on a plastic bookshelf or a storage shelf, and the other time, I'm actually just drumming on my desk. Yeah, I can make a drum out of anything. In fact, I am my own musical instrument. There you go. How about that? Where's space stuff? Galactic Grigs. That's Galactic Gregs with no apostrophe. There is an apostrophe channel out there. Don't go there. He's a comic book channel. So I don't do comic books. Some birds were mating calls out of season. No, that's not good. Yeah, that's the Space Channel. Galactic Grigs. Awesome videos here. Greg got the beat. Shave and haircut. All right, enough of that. Hey, at least Tennessee Preparedness can play a guitar. Hey guys, I like to have fun. It's late at night, I cut up. You gotta have a little fun. We're living in serious times. It's very serious, but you still gotta have a sense of humor. You can't let them steal your soul from you. A good drummer can make good sounds on a 5-gallon bucket and a pie plate. Yes, absolutely. There you go. I need to be a drummer. Scratch YouTube channel. All right, is that my Scratch, is that my Galactic Grigs channel? All right, that's true talent. I don't know anybody else that can do it. I've never met a person else. Anywho, just imagine. LOL, Greg, says Wendy. You gotta have some fun. You gotta have some fun. I am my own musical instrument. Let's see. Tim says, you do need to smile even on the darkest of days. Yeah, that's how we defeat the darkness. We defeat the darkness by shining love and light and by being the light. Okay, so with that said, be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to be. Go out and share your love. I'm out of season and would be receptive to mating. I'm out of season and I would be receptive to mating calls. They're out of season. Interesting there. Hey, boom! Diamond is in the house. Diamond is here. Hello, Diamond. Guys, if you haven't been to Oppenheimer Ranch Project, go right now and subscribe. Diamond has done a lot to the contribution of the development of this channel. And so hats off to Diamond. Diamond is in the house. Diamond! Hey, what did you find today? Hey, wait, we were just about to end this video, but Diamond is out adventuring. Diamond, did you find it? Was today the day? That's the way I understood. What did you find, Diamond? I have been working all day. I have not had a chance to check it out. What happened, Diamond? Let's see here. Maybe he'll come back in a minute here and tell us what he found. And watch his postlude videos. Yeah. Yeah, go subscribe to Diamond. Yeah, Diamond is on a treasure hunt right now. Love Diamond, man's on top of it. Did they take down another video? Want a cut of the treasure. I assume Diamond's going to invest it well. He really cares about what's coming. Nature calls. Be right back. All right, Jason, if we're gone, much love to you, man. So hang in there. I know how nature's college. You can't argue with Mama Mates. Diamond is the man. Yeah, maybe he just popped in and out. But it was great to have him make a guest appearance here. Those videos should have millions of viewers. Absolutely. All right, guys. Yeah, go in and blow Diamond's channel up. Share his videos. And share mine. We're trying to build a movement here. So the more you share this, the more people come on board, the more people to join our tribes, the better our chances of survival. I'm really looking at starting an organization to look after our rights. Modeled on my experiences with the National Space Society and the Space Frontier Foundation. Tim says, love you. Hey, man, I love all you. You guys are great. My oldest son has been panning for gold on weekends. Interesting seeing you, Luke. And see, preparedness. Out of season was a reference to the girl who said the birds were meeting. Oh, meeting out of season. Yeah, meeting or mating. Got it. All right. We got you. All right. William, at least we know he's still alive. There you go. He didn't fall in the creek. That's for sure. And didn't float down the river. Scratch, I'm always sharing them. Good, appreciate that, Scratch. A lot of you do. Really appreciate that. Well, let's hope Diamond has found something. Let's hope Diamond has got the diamonds, the jewels, the gold. I'm sure he will put good use to it. There we go. Powwows. So that's great for sharing your time. Yeah, it's been a long night here. I do have other things to get to. I was hoping that Diamond would let us know what he's found, but I'm sure it's on his channel. Either that or he'll be sending me an email or a message or something. But I would expect he's going to put this on his channel. So everyone, we've gone long here. This is the longest Woden's Woken Wednesday. It's gone 2 hours and 8 minutes so far. I really appreciate everyone. I appreciate y'all for being here, for giving me the likes and the prayers, the camaraderie ship. We're building a community. We're building a tribe. Rebooted here. But if he finds it, we may never hear from him again. Diamond will take that and use it for something good. He'll come up with something amazing. It'll blow your socks off, I guarantee you. I know Diamond will. He'll blow our socks off. All righty. Yes. All right, so let's have a good night, Diane. Diane, good night to you, and let's all call it a night. I thank everyone. Thank y'all so much. Hey, y'all holler at Dex and tell him we need to get Green Greg's on Marth. There you go. Everybody do that. Blow up Dex's email or Marth's email. Tell them, hey, you get me on the channel over there. That'll help boost us up so we can grow our tribe and grow our community here. That's what we need to do. We need to build our tribe, build our community. Okay, daily contribution to the nitrate manufacturers. Yeah, you put some nitrate in your yard there, Jason. Yeah, an aquaponics guy definitely knows what you're talking about there. All right, everyone. Thank you one and all for all the love, prayers, and the good things you're all doing. Tribe up, says Daniel Tweet. Yes, sir. Let's all tribe up, y'all. And all, ho, 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 and to all a good night. Good night. Bye.